Going from one of the strongest teams to one of the most questionable teams, it's Croatia. No, I'm just kidding. It's Canada.
Nah, you're trying to say
Um,
Canada's questionable?
I am. Want to know
Oh,
why? They're the I believe, and I may be wrong, second or third lowest ranked team at the tournament at 41. I believe they're third. I think it's Ghana, Qatar, and then Canada. They're in a bit of a pickle at the moment. Their pre-tournament friendlies leading up to this World Cup were boycotted due to fighting for jersey rights and fair treatment and things that were not football related but necessary. I won't bash them for that. I won't really get into it too much, but they were fighting and protesting over very necessary things, which great for the future, but for the immediate future, not so much. Um, they've only got 3 wins in their last 8 games, but they are getting some players back from injury and are ready to push for some results. Only in their second finals appearance ever, looking to get out of the group for the first time, Englishman John Herdman leads what I'll call a promising side against improbable odds, hoping to make some history for Canada. Talk to me about the last 5 games.
so last 5 games for them have looked like a 4-0 win against Curacao, 86th ranked, a 2-1 loss against 80th ranked Honduras, a 2-0 win against 50th ranked Qatar, a 2-0 loss against 14th ranked Uruguay, and a 2-2 draw against 85th ranked Bahrain. So, kind of like you said before, results haven't been great going in.
Right. And really they only have one they have one win against the only one of the only 2 teams lower than them in the tournament. Um
Actually, I think I just looked at Saudi Arabia is also below them in ranking. They're at
you're
51.
right. Yeah, yeah. So it's Saudi Arabia. So they're the fourth lowest. You're right. Good catch.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
they only beat one World Cup team, and it was one of the few teams that's ranked lower than them.
correct. So then you've got this issue about goal scorers. You got Jonathan David, who's scoring at a click, if you will. Um, Cavallini has scored. Laren has scored. Kone, Vittoria, Alfonso Davies, and an own goal. Those are the goal scorers in the last 5 games. Now here's the issue: Alfonso Davies coming off injury. Um, who was the other one who was coming off injury? Atiba Hutchinson, who is always I mean, he's 39. I can't imagine he's getting too much game time, but he was always a key piece for them. He's coming off injury. Um, this side has a bunch of promising players who have yet to be tested on the world stage, and that is what we are going to try and figure out. We mentioned one of their key players already, Alfonso Davies, starting left back for the best team in the German Farmers League, and one of the best outside backs in the world, period. He is coming off the knock, but he will be at the World Cup. We know what he brings. He's blistering fast pace, great recovery speed, good solid one-on-one defending, and when he gets forward, he can serve the ball. Um, I don't know if there's any winger in this group or if they get beyond that can outpace him. I think he keeps up with every single player in the world. But he does play a little bit more advanced usually in these teams. He's usually more as an attacker than an outside back. But we'll see how that works in. Um, we know that if he plays on the wing, he can work back on the defense. We know that if he plays in the defense, he can work forward, so he gets on both sides of the ball no matter where he is. But he's going to give out great service and is obviously one to watch for this team.
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump in on the next pretty obvious one here. Jonathan David, definitely another massive player for this team. One that I think gets slept on a bit, just considering the fact that Alfonso Davies does get so much hype and attention. But Jonathan David is such a key part to this team. For Lille this season, he's been phenomenal. 9 goals, 3 assists, and 14 appearances. He's been red hot. And even for Canada as well, playing pretty well. 5 goals and 2 assists in World Cup qualifying. Um, and a goal against Qatar in friendlies. So going to be a super crucial piece up top. Davies can do a lot in terms of getting attention and bringing that blistering pace, but someone's got to be up top to finish the goals, and Jonathan David's going to have to be that guy for them.
Correct. He's got 22 goals and 34 appearances for Canada. So he steps on the field, he scores. I also listed as him probably the second best player in the team. Um, but he will be paired up or, rotating off of another important player in Kyle Larin. Um, he is the legend of the nightmare transfer to Turkey, streaming in theaters near you. That sounds like a movie title, doesn't it?
It does.
He he finally got out of there. He settled in at Belgium and is going to be a key piece in this attack. 54 appearances for Canada, already 25 goals, 93 goals and 28 assists in his 243 games in his club career. Um, we know the guy's going to be able to score. We know that he's going to create chances, and the rate at which he does that is going to be important for um, this team's ability to survive. Your defense can only hold so long, especially against Belgiums and Morocco's and Croatia's. I mean, you can't hold them all forever. So you have to score goals, give them some relief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also had Kyle Aaron as my last top player. And the only thing I'd add on that is I believe when I was looking at club level, he only has, I think, one start this season. He makes a lot of sub appearances. He's got 9 in total, only got 1 goal so far. So, he's not coming in great form, at least from the club level. But, obviously, you and I know very well what he can do
Correct.
at the national team level for Canada. So, even if he's not coming in the best form, definitely not someone to look over.
Right. And then there are different ways that you can get certain players involved here for a starting 11. So right now I've got him in a 3-5-2, but I can easily see that changing to like a 3-4-3 if Laren they don't think is ready to go. So um, right now I've got Borjan in goal, Vittoria, Miller, and Waterman in the back three, Alistair Johnston, Eustachio, Osorio, and Davies with Kone in front of them. And then I've got Laren and David up top. However, if I were to switch that to a 3-4-3, same back three, same middle four, but I would take Laren out. Kyle Laren out, and I put Tajon Buchanan in to play as a right winger. And then maybe Kone out and play Junior Hoylett as a left winger. So they've got flexibility in this roster, which could help them. Uh, you know, put off some people or change shape mid game, make people react to them.
Say that again. What is it? You flew through that lineup? I have no idea what you just said.
Do you listen to me?
No,
What do you need me to repeat, Mister?
the
I don't
whole
listen.
thing.
Ay ay ay. 3-5-2. Okay, three,
Uh-huh.
five,
Uh-huh.
two.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Borjan in goal. Did you catch that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Vittoria, Miller, Waterman. Back three.
Okay.
Alistair Johnston, Eustachio, Osorio, and Davies in the midfield four with Ismail Kone in front of them. And in front of him, Laren and David.
Got
Why
it.
do you look confused?
No, I understand now.
Very good. I'm glad. Can you give me yours?
Mine is very different from yours.
Of course it is, because
Um,
you don't know ball. I know ball. You don't know
I went
ball.
with a 4-4-2, and I
Okay.
went with Borjan in goal. Um, I'm gonna butcher this name. I apologize ahead of time. I've gone with Sam
Actively.
Adekugbe at left back, Kamal Miller and Stephen Vittoria at center back, Alistair Johnson at right back. The midfield four, I've got Davies on the left, Eustachio, and then either Atiba Hutchinson or Kone in the other midfield spot, and then Buchanan on the right, and then I've got David and Laren up top.
So that's basically what I said I would change mine to, except I'd go three in the back with four and then three. So same three in the back for me, same four, and then take Kone and Laren out and put Junior Hoylett on the left and Tajon Buchanan on the right. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. See what I have to work with, people? This is what I have to work with every day.